Up, guys? Looks like we got two of you guys in here. This is kind of a trial run today. We'll see how things go with live streaming. See if it's something we want to continue to do into the future. So we'll be watching QQQ and Tesla right here out of market open. 6:30, 6:18 my time. Just kind of woke up, roll out of bed, hit the market. So let's hope for some favorable setups here. If we're watching Tesla, if we're watching Tesla here, kind of what I'm seeing right now. So we got a pretty wide range from London range, and then we got the New York AM session pushing back up into that order block. Then we will see if this order block holds out of the gate. Might see liquidity ran out from the London high right there. And then if this order block holds or this liquidity level just gets swept, maybe with a wick, we could then see price come back down and test this London low or this order block here pretty quickly. So we'll see what happens at market open. We got 11 minutes till market opens. Different with QQQ. We're trading way above the London range already. New York open, New York AM session up here. And so if we look at like our targets above, we got 318. Might see that push up out of the gate. But more or less, I'm actually expecting us to drop back down when it comes to our silver bullet time macro, because we're trading up like this. I expect that we're going to open and sell off immediately with QQQ. May push back up just to swipe the high of the New York AM session and then dump down from there. I'm going to go get some water. I'll be right back. Let me get you guys the message in the chat to make sure the chat's working. Not sure if YouTube or Discord makes more sense to do live streaming for the Rawstocks viewers. So also love some feedback on that. If anybody is tuning in right now and you know, if you think that YouTube is going to be a better platform, or if not, you know, we can definitely live stream in the Discord as well. You know, again, this is a test today, so looking to see how well this goes with still being able to be active on the Discord, also still being able to be able to provide call outs for the Discord. So that's obviously main priority is managing the Discord, not streaming on YouTube. So we'll see if this is something that can be managed today or not. Definitely, you guys know, most of you guys know that I like to take my trades first thing in the morning. A lot of them in that first hour or so of trading. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll just have to see. Hope this goes well. 8 minutes to market open. Let's pop back over to Tesla. Again, we're looking for Tesla to run into this order block. Let's see what SPY looks like as well. Same thing as QQQ, trading well above London range, right? Not sure where the target is above. We'd have to maybe look at a higher time frame. See what we're pushing on here. Got buy side liquidity levels that we're pushing into on SPY. Put those out there. 516, 519 and a third. 521 and a half. Order block up at 524. So that's what we look like we're pushing up into. One of those liquidity levels. Probably find ourselves rejecting at one of them and then maybe pushing up to the next one. See if we can keep this rally running a little bit. If SPY can get some momentum, and this isn't just a a relief rally. And if we look at the Fibonacci levels from high to low here, we can see we're back up above the 50 equilibrium. We're back up into premium price, and we're pushing up on optimal entry. I am looking for this fair value gap down here to fill, but you never know. This could just rally up, take a new high. So like on a long term, we could still take that new high and then still come down and take that fair value gap. So nothing for sure here yet, but we are starting to get into the range where it would look like a good opportunity to take a longer term short trade on the longer term. RSI popped up here pretty quick. We're looking to go into overbought territory here soon on SPY, so something to be watching for. And it's going to look the same on QQQ, right? High to low, right? Fib levels, we're up here. Can't really see it because I got all those levels on QQQ, but we're looking at if we get up to like 438, that's optimal trade entry for a short, right? Again, we got an order block down here at 405 to 407. So it'd be a good opportunity to look for a short entry on that return to that optimal trade fib level. See if we can get a little bit bigger dump. Go back to Tesla on the 1 minute chart. Right, again, wide range London. Pushed up into this order block and rejected. If we push up and swipe either the New York AM high right and open, or even if we push up with a wick and swipe the London high and maintain this order block, we're gonna probably dump down to 182 during the silver bullet, maybe even further down to 181.70, taking the London session low, or potentially even further down to take the aftermarket low or fill that gap right out of the gate. So we'll see if this order block holds. It's going to be really important if it's going to push back down. Now, if we take it out, fully take out that that London high, we could push up to test the previous day high at 184.60. Right, that would be a target up. We also have the wick high of 184.78, which would have been from Friday. So I think this previous day high here is actually Thursday. We wicked it on Friday, setting a new high. So if we bust through this order block, that's where we're heading to those previous day highs. Let's jump over to QQQ again, fading a little bit here. Again, I think that if we pop up out of the gate and run this high, run the stops out on this high immediately, then I think we're going to pop down. We're at a neutral RSI. We're kind of neutral on the moving averages, so not a lot going on there. Let's check out some other charts. Something I posted in the Discord, I posted about Starbucks. Starbucks got a haircut, majorly clipped on earnings. So if we take a look at Starbucks, I posted it in the stocks to watch. We're going to be looking for some consolidation here. If we can get consolidation on Starbucks without getting another big flush, right? Because we got some kind of RSI divergence. We saw RSI bottom out kind of on the 1 hour. You can see we're chopping here. This is our consolidation range right here that we're in. If we can maintain that, I would be looking to enter some kind of long position. Just watching this range, because you could target like the 85 or 84 and a half, the mean threshold or consequent encroachment of that large 1 hour fair value gap. That's probably a minimum, if not higher for Starbucks. But that just kind of looked like a final flush on what had been, some moves down. Just get this large aggressive move. Even if Starbucks wants to go a little bit lower, I think we could still see a dead cat bounce all the way to 84.35. So I'm 2 minutes till market open. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go grab some water. Looks like Tesla's trying to push up into that order block that we were talking about right here before market opens. So we'll see if it takes it out. If it takes it out, it's heading to previous day highs. Tesla looks like it's setting a fair value gap here early. We could anticipate again that it pushes up. We're at that London high. Let's look for it to push up to 184.48 if this fair value gap holds right out of the gate. So I wouldn't be jumping immediately into puts if you're looking for puts. Potentially looking for that silver bullet to take us higher, and then maybe a reversal into the silver bullet time macro. We got less than 1 minute till market opens, but that fair value gap, the way these moving averages are set up, we definitely could see, even if we get like a manipulation candle down, we definitely could see this push up into the 184.50 area. QQQ also taking a jump right out of the gate. And here's market open. A lot of times you get those like quick dip candles, manipulation to try to run out some of the liquidity. So let's see if it takes this low. Tries to pop back up. Same thing with Tesla. We're just coming down, running a test on those moving averages. Then look for us to pop back up and hit that order block. So we had most recent consolidation range on QQQ. We saw it try to pop up, and then we're going to drop down to those consolidation ranges. We're probably either going to run a test on this order block here, or we're just going to run out these lows. You can see we have a liquidity level right here in that solid white. So let's see if we close a candle below. See what this fair value gap ends up telling us. It's a pretty large fair value gap out of the gate. Now Tesla's pushing. There's that order block we were just talking about. So that's a good opportunity to take a short if you want to go short on Tesla on the reaction to the order block. But we need to see a 1 minute close above or below. So now we're breaking up. Next order block's at 185.50 for Tesla. So don't want to short that because it didn't or it closed it. If this 1 minute candle closes with that order block being closed, we'll push up to the next order block most likely here during this opening silver bullet time macro. So it should see us push right up to it. I mean, we could definitely fail to get it, but we should see us push right up to it. There's the hit. I'm looking at potentially taking a short entry here on QQQ. I think I missed my entry. What I was watching for was the fair value gap that's now disappeared, or at least the indicator took it away. But I was looking for this move back up. I wanted to see it go a little bit higher into that fair value gap. Now, if I get a second pass at that fair value gap, I will look at taking a short on QQQ. Let's pop back over to Tesla. So Tesla, look, this is what I was talking about. We pushed up on that order block, and then we rejected. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to push back up to it. We'll probably see a little bit of a maybe a bull flag here. See what it does when it gets back up to that. Or if we create a little structure and it gives us like an optimal trade entry with a fib level, you can look to also take a short. Again, we're above the New York and the London range highs, and so I would be expecting, regardless of us going higher, I would be expecting that we run a test on 180-170, which was London low, or make some kind of effort to, you know, check out the gap. It looks like we had a little gap between Friday's close and Monday's pre-market open. So back over to QQQ. Okay, QQQ, I'm definitely looking at trying to grab a short entry here. Just going to take out the money, 437 puts. Take a look at Gamma real fast. $437 is the high call volume for Gamma. 438 also has a high Gamma call volume. 437 just closed. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to take the put. I'm going to wait for the liquidity to get ran out here. See if we take this high, push up towards 438 because we're closing that fair value gap. I'm seeing Gamma changing, 438 being the highest call volume. Mic is set too low. Let me see if I can adjust it. I think that that's something that happens with... I think that's something that happens like between OBS and the feed. You can look at 437 calls and see if we push up. We got a high positive Gamma at 438. We don't have any real negative Gamma that's in right now. But I was looking at puts actually. I just entered 438 puts, so they were in the money puts. That allows for me to push up a little bit to 438. Again, that's where the highest positive Gamma is. I'm not seeing any negative Gamma coming in yet, so there is a chance that if you take 437 calls, that we might push up to 438. We'll just have to wait and see. We did come down. We did test the order block. I'm gonna try to adjust my mic here real quick because I'm getting some info that we are coming in a little quiet. So let me see if I can turn up the gain a little bit. Anybody let me know if we're still coming in too quiet. I think I can put a compressor on there and turn up the threshold. Let me know if this is still too quiet. I'm trying to get a little bit of extra volume. Was able to just turn up some other things. Yeah, so here's that push that we were just talking about. Again, we had a positive Gamma at 438 on QQQ. We're seeing that make that push right now. We also have a positive Gamma coming in at 440, so that's going to continue to drive us up towards that 438. Those are calls coming in. Okay, yeah, better now. Thank you for the feedback, Aquazar, on the mic volume. Also have positive Gamma up at 445, so that's just people jumping when the Gamma's changing like that quickly. It's just people taking out of the money calls as well. Those gamma levels change pretty quickly as we start to push up because a lot of people are taking those exits on those positions. And so I do have 438 as a level. I think that if we push there, we're going to immediately reject that level. We are starting to see some negative gamma build on 430, and so we could also see price as it pushes up here to that level we were talking about. See it reject, come back all the way down, back towards this order block or even further. We are in the silver bullet time macro, so definitely things can get moving very quickly. Go ahead and make this smaller. Jump over and take a look at Tesla real quick as we see QQQ rolling. Like I said, I'm in a put. Obviously, right now it's a little bit down. Just because we pushed up towards that 438 level that the gamma was coming in hot on. It started to build after I already took my position, and started to gain more positive gamma, more momentum on those. But again, we got some negative gamma coming in at 430, which is growing. So there is a chance that we're gonna, somebody took some out of the money puts there, and we'll probably see negative gamma start building. We got our fair value gap here on QQQ. If we trade down through that, 1 minute candle close below that, that is an inverted fair value gap. So we're gonna watch that right now. We'll jump over to Tesla in a minute. Looks like it's holding for right now. If we get a 1 minute candle close below that, it's going to be an inversion. That's going to be a good sign for a ride down. But we'll see if it holds for now or not. Pop over to Tesla. Tesla made that run up like we were talking about into those order blocks. Next order block for Tesla, if it does push back up even higher, is 189. We were talking about the potential of running back into the 190s before we may be corrected back down to go short. And so it does look like we're making that push up right now. RSI is showing that we're in overbought, so we could be looking for price to top out. But if we do push higher right now, we're pushing up to 188.98. But also we could see this roll over here, come back down, test the moving averages, maybe back into this fair value gap, and then make another push back up towards that order block. So if you are looking at Tesla, could be looking to go long right now as we come back into this fair value gap. See if you can get a ride there. We do have a lot more negative gamma on QQQ building, so we'll be watching that. See if we start to push down. I'll jump back over to that chart here in a second. Take a look at Tesla Gamma. Tesla Gamma, we have a call wall at 185, so I would not at this point be expecting us to be dropping below 185 anytime soon. Unless that call wall starts to fade. So when you have positive gamma below the current price, that's going to act as a support level for sure. And we have the next highest positive gamma is up at 200. So we very well could make the push and stay between 185 and 200 unless we get some of those calls closing early on into the week. So I'm going to jump back over to QQQ. QQQ's dropping. Looks like we're clearing out some of those put orders. We did get the fair value gap inversion. Now we got a bearish fair value gap. We'll see if that ends up holding. See us also pushing back up. Came down. We test that 50 period moving average. Haven't got down into the fair value gap that was laid here on 934. So see about pushing down into that before we potentially make a move up or not. My contracts are down $40 right now. I wasn't looking for this move to pop up, that's for sure. We still have the 438 positive call gamma. Some of that negative gamma faded besides the 430, so we'll be seeing if that builds again to drive price down. But we might just make this pass back up, watching this fair value gap here. If this is reclaimed and is reinverted again, not a great sign for my puts, at least in the short term right now. Really want to see this inverted fair value gap hold. A lot of times that's kind of the what you look for. So you can see on this move, I'd be okay. I mean, even if it came up, I'd be okay if it came up and wicked this optimal trade entry level here at 437.72 on QQQ. Right inside this fair value gap. If we hit this with a wick, and if we close candles above it, I mean, it could be a fake out, but sometimes these inverted fair value gaps get reclaimed a couple times before the move actually goes. It is a good sign, but we also have competing fair value gaps. We have the bullish one, and then we have the inverted one, which is bearish. Right now, we're above the moving averages, and the most recent change of character came back here the 1 minute before market opened. If you also use breaker block theory, here's the there's the mean threshold of that breaker block. You see, we came down and tested it. We'll see. We'll see if it ends up holding support level or not. Could hold for us to make that push up to 438. Again, 438, 440, positive gamma, very high positive gamma. So I would expect that we run out the high here. One more time, maybe push that 438 level. See what happens. Jump over to Tesla, see what Tesla's doing. So here we're kind of starting to level out here, consolidate a little bit, right? We got that fair value gap. Would like to see us dump down into that fair value gap a little bit, hold that level, rally up to 189. Could look to try to enter some calls here on Tesla for the week, maybe 190s. That's what I would do. You could do 185s. Again, we had that positive gamma level there. I want to see on Tesla, I want to see that final push up. Just because we had that call wall, positive gamma at 185. Like to definitely see us push up to that 190 and see if some of that Tesla gamma gets taken out. Looks like we're going to get that push here on Tesla. Let's see if it can hit that order block at 189 and reject there, or if it's just going to find its top here underneath that order block. That little bit of consolidation, holding that fair value gap, it's a good look. I do think we're gonna punch up now here on QQQ. This is what I was talking about, right? With that wick into the optimal trade entry. Would still like to see this reject this inverted fair value gap hold and come down and attack this fair value gap here, or even attack the New York AM session lows, or even get back into the London session lows. Starbucks isn't doing much. Any tickers that you guys want me to take a look at? I definitely can look at other tickers as well. Yeah, we took a look at Tesla. Like I said, Tesla looks like it wants to push up to 189. We're getting another little fair value gap there. But the RSI is looking, I mean, we know RSI doesn't mean everything. Tesla can definitely push up higher. But with these bullish fair value gaps, it's a decent look with this order block above. Sometimes we reject the order, or we fail to deliver on the order block. We cycle back down a little bit. I anticipate we're going to kind of creep up as the 50 period comes up, and we might come down, run a test on the 50 period, right, and then push us back up into into the bullish order or the bearish order block that sits above at 189. Here we got QQQ. We're still just riding this 20 period. We're still in the optimal trade entry range. If this doesn't break up and out to to the 438, I would be looking for this to fall apart. Again, we got the 430 negative gamma building. We got the 438 positive gamma still in place. And so we'll see if we push up to that level. That was a previous target on Friday that we were looking at 438. So we'll see if we can get up there again today. Let's take a look at the higher time frame on QQQ. So on QQQ, you see that there was a fair value gap right here that it looks like we're pushing up into. So that's kind of our liquidity target. We also had a level there. Not sure if that came from a daily chart or what. But we're back above the 50 period as well on the daily for QQQ, which is a pretty good sign. That 438 level comes from a previous day open. Drop down back down into the 1 minute. So starting to see that 430 negative gamma building again. We're going to start seeing the 438 and the 440 closing, the gamma levels closing out here soon as we're pushing up on that level. See if we start to see any additional call volume kicking in as far as gamma levels go. But I think we're going to start seeing those gamma levels shrink and start seeing some put gamma come in, because it looks like we just kind of running out the liquidity here, basically pushing up to the level we were looking at. This is a larger high time frame for value gap. We'll take that out. Yeah, I'm still fairly confident in the puts. Right, we're in the silver bullet macro. We already pushed up through AM and London. We're kind of running out the liquidity here on the move up, and so I expect that we're going to see at some point in time a pretty nice big flush, at least to test the lows of one of the ranges. If not, dump back all the way down, towards the 435 level. But I'm looking at least maybe to come back down into this fair value gap of 436, 437, 436.91, something like that. Let's jump over and take another look at Tesla. Tesla's kind of fading back down into that fair value gap. We're coming on the 20 period moving average. See what happens here. Let's take a look at SPY too. SPY's looking just like QQQ. Just kind of keeps rallying up a little bit, riding that 20 period moving average. So in order for us to fall apart here, we need to be coming under that 20 period moving average, right? Get it to roll back over. Right now, you can play the 20 period as the trend. Little late to it, just because RSI got to an overbought reading. It's starting to come down now, and so could get a flush at any minute. But if you're using moving averages to take your trades, you definitely can can buy when we're testing the 20 period or running a test on the 50 period. I haven't really called out any trades in the Discord yet today. Just kind of watching QQQ, watching gamma levels mostly. Did enter a short position here on the stream. It's not doing well right now. It's their 438 puts. my entry was somewhere back down here on the run of the test of the, or it was inside this fair value gap that ended up getting inverted. But I'm still in the trade because it is the silver bullet time macro, and I'm not expecting this to be, a more massive rally. But I'm mostly watching the gamma levels, seeing where those are at. So we're starting to see that 430 gamma, or sorry, that 438 gamma, positive gamma decrease. So that's a good sign as far as calls are starting to close out of the market. We did talk about pushing up to this 430 level and seeing how the market reacted to that. You guys want me to take a look at NVIDIA? Yeah, I'll take a look at NVIDIA. Oops, wrong chart. Let's see here. Where's that? All right, NVIDIA's back up above 900. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart first. Wow, we got a nice big candle here. We're basically going to 960, probably this week. When does NVIDIA doesn't have earnings for still a little bit, right? Yeah, so I mean here what we got is like buy side of the curve, sell side of the curve, right? Here we came down to sell side, now we're going to buy side. We got what appears to be an inverted head and shoulders ish type of pattern. Here we had a return down to a bullish order block, right? That would have been your kind of your optimal entry. Now, if we continue to see this push up, we're getting a larger change of character using this previous high as our break of structure, or like on a swing time frame. It's external structure, not internal. And then we'll be making that push to 960. So, I mean, it's a little late to the party to buy calls, like there's already been a pretty significant move from 760 to 900. But you could still look to enter calls targeting 960 because I think that's ultimately going to be our target, and we very well could hit that this week. But considering we have a breakout candle right now and the way price is pushing up on the 1 minute, I'd be very hesitant to enter a call right now because you're probably going to go pretty significant negative just right out of the gate. Okay, let's jump back over to QQQ. We're starting to see price come back down a little bit. Let's take off. We can reclaim that inverted fair value gap. So not seeing a whole lot of indication that price is gonna go one way or another right now. We do have some of that positive gamma being taken off the table as calls are closing out. As we push right up to that 438 level, I wouldn't be surprised if we then push up one more time and run out the stops. But also if we push up, I'm going to take this fib chart off. If we push up to this previous high here and we hold that level, that's a really good sign that we're gonna drop again. And you can see that we pushed through it and we're kind of wicking all those same areas. So this is likely where we will see price come back down. Even if we make one more push up and we hold that level, right? There's a pretty good chance that price is going to fall apart here. So it could just be a run a test on the 50 period, and then it can still rally from there. So there's no guarantees on when and where that drops to. But I'm also targeting this fair value gap down below. Let's see. Let's take a look at Tesla real quick. 1 minute chart. So Tesla's making another push up. All right, we came down to that fair value gap. If you extended that fair value gap out, that's Smart Money Concepts entry because we have a higher target we're looking at. All right, we came down to that fair value gap. Now we're going to push to that 189. We got positive or negative gamma building on 430 puts again for QQQ. And it looks like some of that positive gamma up above at like 445 is starting um, to fade out. So it looks like some of our positive gamma is closing on QQQ, which is a good sign if price is going to come back down. SPY looks the same way. SPY looks like it's fading a little bit. Um, SPY looks a little bit worse than QQQ right now. It looks like it's pushing on down to test the 50 period, while QQQ is still having a little bit of strength, holding up there. So Tesla's got another fair value gap. Watch for that push to 189. Should come here soon, and then we'd see, either a blowout RSI or potentially a RSI divergence as it made that push up to 189. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and jump off for the day. This was mostly, I was trying to run a test, see how this goes. Would love some feedback in the Discord of whether or not you guys think that streaming is beneficial for the Discord. It definitely takes my attention away from doing the trades and the callouts. And so I'd be interested in hearing your feedback. So leave some comments below or let me know on the Discord what you guys think. But I'm going to jump off for the day, and I'll see you guys in the trading room. Hopefully we get some good calls here soon today. So thanks for the support and take care.